This bird is really annoying. Alright guys, this week's video, I hear a frog. Maybe that's not a frog, maybe that's a bird. I see a bird's nest. I don't know. This week's video is a little more on the serious side. Hopefully next week's video will be a little bit more lighthearted. But this week is about what helped me to overcome a breakup. It is difficult, but hopefully I could help somebody out there, or even give anybody some encouragement on how to process things a little bit easier, or what tools helped me. So here we go into a serious little topic. I love Pepsi. There's a spider literally like taunting me right now. It's right there.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Let's be real, like breakups suck. No matter how long you're with the person, everything just sucks. Also, my room is really messy, so that sucks too. But how did I overcome it? Well, I was engaged for almost 2 years. Almost 2 years, not quite 2 years. And you know, being engaged is a big thing. Like, it's exciting. I bought a wedding dress because we had planned on getting married, and obviously that didn't happen. That's okay. But our relationship was over a long time before that. So it was more so convincing myself that it was over and knowing it was over. But I mean, it's always hard to pull the plug too, especially when you know you've invested so much into something or someone. So it's always hard to be like, okay, now it's really done. Like, that's it, you know? I mean, again, breakups just suck. So some things that helped me were, I cried every day. That helped. Now, I just had to keep reminding myself, like, God made this happen for a reason. God put him in my life for a reason. God ended it for a reason. There is a reason why we are not together anymore. There's reason. God sees a bigger picture, and that's okay, you know? I'm just gonna trust the path that God's putting me on. But in the meantime of, you know, taking that person out of your everyday life, like, it totally throws you for a loop, and you have to go on a new path, or you have to start a new routine, and that's not always easy. My room looks so messy. I'm so sorry. The first big thing that helped me was I listened to a sermon by View Church, and it's called How to Handle a Heartbreak. And I think I listened to it, like, I think I memorized it, honestly. 'Cause even if you aren't religious or you aren't Christian, I still recommend, like, watching it, because there's so many good points in that. One of the points that they talked about is going through a breakup is like going to a restaurant that only has a drive-through window. You can't go in to order your food, you have to go through the drive-through. And that's kind of like how it is you just have to process through those feelings. You have to take every day, day by day. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm gonna be okay, like, feel everything. Like, as much as it sucks, like, feel the feelings. Like I said, I probably cried every day for a good month and a half, 2 months. I mean, I was just miserable, again, because it sucks. Like, you're grieving, like, you are grieving a relationship,
You know, and I was like, I'm never dating again. I'm never talking to no one again. Guys suck.
I mean, learning to trust somebody isn't easy, and it's always easy to look back or have people tell you, like, well, then why don't you break up, or why don't you guys just end it? And it's not easy. Like, it is not easy. It's way easier for somebody on the outside looking in to be like, well, why are you still with them? Why are you guys still dating? Why are you guys still engaged? Why do you guys still live with each other? Why do you guys still talk? Why do you guys do this? Why do you do this? Because it's not easy. It's not easy to just cut communication when you've been with somebody for almost 2 years, almost 7 years, almost 12 years, 7 months, 2 days. Yeah, no, maybe not 2 days. But another thing, you know, my biggest pet peeve, and the thing that just pissed me off the most going through a breakup, was when people are like, it takes time.
It takes time.
Really? Really?
That is like the biggest slap in the face to having feelings. Instead, we need something right now. Like, we need something that's gonna help us right now. We don't need somebody to tell us it's gonna take time. It'll take time. It'll get better over time. Thank you. Try telling me that freaking 5 months ago and I probably would have throat punched you. Spider's still there. I know too, like, it's so easy to cut yourself off from like your friends, your family, like your life. Like, it's so easy to cut yourself off and just like go numb, don't talk to anybody. But seriously, like, don't do it alone. And that should just be like said about everything. If you're going through a low, if you're going through a hard time, even if you're going through a great time, like, just don't do it alone. Like, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, you know, anybody that you trust. Just like get your circle of people that you can trust. How I express and how I move through things and process things is talking about it. Shout out to all my friends, first off, that listen to me complain about the same thing like 12,000 times, okay? You guys are the realest. I appreciate you, and you know who you are. There are just some things that you have to do, even if you are broken. Like, you gotta keep going. Life doesn't stop moving. Even if you feel like you're on autopilot, just going through the motions, which a lot of days felt like that. Like I said, if you gotta cry, freaking cry. It's not like nobody's seen anybody cry before. I used to break down in the middle of work, break down on my drive home. I'd start talking to people and I'd just start crying, you know? And that's okay. Take care of yourself. Don't forget about yourself. Just because you're broken doesn't mean it's an excuse for you to not take care of yourself, not talk to people, not go do things. The more that you get out and do things, it totally helps. Like, I completely shut myself off for a while and it was bad. I have like, actually, I used to write in this, and I mean I still do, but like I tried to write out a prayer every day. I used to pray for my ex multiple times a day, just because bitterness doesn't get us anywhere, and I had to realize that quickly. Like, being bitter, being angry, like, it just doesn't do anything for you. Like, at least for me, it makes me feel even worse. And I found when I could pray for him and tell God like how I felt, and how even though we aren't together, I still hope the best for him, and I still hope that, you know, his life, like, he still gets what he wants in his life. Like, one, I think that's a huge sign of maturity. Like, I can tell that about myself. Like, me a long time ago, I would have been like,
I hate you, hopefully you get hit by a truck.
Life's too short to just be, you know, wishing the worst for somebody. Just pray for them, hope God does them good in their life, and move on with yours. If you don't heal from what hurt you, you're gonna bleed on people who never cut you. Which means if you don't get over, like, if you don't process through all of those feelings and something that somebody did, you're never gonna be able to move on and happily be able to be with somebody else, or even start to want to be with somebody else, or even talk to other people. That spider is still right there. And I feel like we're having a stare off right now. I told like my family and my mom and like my really close friends, I was like, I am never getting involved with somebody again, because that was terrible. I just hated every guy. I hated every guy possible. If there was a guy, I was like, hey, listen, don't like you. If guys tried to even like look at me, text me, breathe in like 20 feet from me, I was like, I will cut you. But now I'm actually really happy. But yeah, just be open. Don't close yourself off. Breakups suck, but don't forget you are a great person. Don't lose yourself. And remember, you're a boss ass bitch. Well guys, thanks for watching and listening to my video. Just know it's not easy, but you are loved and you will make it through it. So I hope you all have a great week. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Maybe next week with a new video. We'll see. I don't know what they're doing. That spider's still there, but I'm scared to kill it. I saw him right there. Just give him a minute. He's there. Come on, buddy. I don't like spiders.
Bye.
Bye.
If you're on the other side of the room, honey, you'll be safe.
No, I'm not.